Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining. We'll give it a few minutes just to let everyone join in. In the meantime, if you want to just kind of chat in the comment section what state you're coming in from. We got some Maine, Texas, Michigan. Oh, yeah, I heard it's pretty snowy right now. Pennsylvania, Canada, Maryland. Welcome, everybody. Let's give it another minute or so for other people to join. Thank you all for joining. We'll start in just a minute. All right. All right. We're going to get started now. First of all, thank you guys so much for joining in today. My name is Jordan J. Cox, and I am with SkySlope. And what we're going to be talking about today is SkyCT and what that can bring. It brings you additional offerings and tools to help you streamline your workflow with transactions. And while we're going through the webinar, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and throw those in the chat window, and I'll answer them at the end or try to go through while we're in the webinar and answer them as well. All right. So what is SkyTC? SkyTC is a department within SkySlope that handles white glove full transaction management services. We partner with eXp to bring every product offering to eXp agents and teams. And today we're highlighting yet another on the list, and that's SkyTC. We partner with eXp to bring you this white glove service to not only make your life easier, but your transactions smoother, all while giving the best in-class service. Sorry. All right. Let's just make this super clear. When you work with us, there's just one investment up front. It's a one-time onboarding fee during your preference call. So that's it. No monthly retainers, no ongoing fees, no sneaky hidden cost. Once you're set up, it's simple. You pay as you close. Here at SkyTC, we get paid when you get paid. So after onboarding, we are literally invested in your success. We're not just a vendor. We're not just a service provider. We are part of your team. And admin, don't stress. We handle everything. We staff, we train, we manage your entire TC team. And here's a question for my agents. What happens when your TC goes on vacation or gets sick or in the middle of the holidays? With us, your business, it never skips a beat. We provide full coverage all year long, so your closings keep moving on no matter what. We have a coverage team in place. So what do we actually do for you? Let's break it down, because this is where it's going to get exciting. We handle your transaction from the very first document all the way to the final signature. Think of us as your transaction quarterback, calling the plays, coordinating every move, and making sure nothing skips through the cracks. We handle pre-listing and contracts. So before you even have the listing, we're prepping your docs. And then the moment the contract hits, we're managing the entire paperwork flow. And also with SkySlope integration, every single document gets filed in real time. No wondering, did that get uploaded? Because it's already done. And timeline management, we are the central communication hub. Everyone knows exactly what's happening and when. We always CC every party and every detail. Status updates, you'll never be in the dark. We have a systematic update schedule, so you always know where every deal stands. We give audits throughout, so you know exactly what's going on with the file, where you're missing things at. And quality assurance, we're the ones catching the missing signatures, the overlooked docs, the tiny mistakes that can kill a deal at the last minute. This isn't just about saving you time. This is about closing more deals, protecting your reputation, and giving you the freedom to focus on what you do best, and that's selling. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds great, but will it work with my system? Let's talk about that. Here's what truly sets us apart. SkyTC doesn't just plug you into some cookie cutter process. We partner you with to build a seamless workflow. Every agent has their own style, their own preferences, their own way of communicating, and we match that perfectly. During your onboarding preference call, we go deep. We learn exactly how you like to communicate. We map out your timelines. We identify your preferred tools and processes. We go over all the nitty gritty, because I know starting with a TC is like starting a new relationship. So we deep dive into all those details. Then your TC is matched to your workflow. This is why we take your initial onboarding so seriously, ensuring complete alignment from day one. This is not some one-size-fits-all high-volume call center. This is white glove, personalized support designed around you and how you work. We don't just work for your business. We become an extension of your business. We're part of your team. But don't just take my word. Let's talk about it. The quality and the reliability you can expect from us. Every single TC goes through an intensive bootcamp program. They just don't know transaction coordination. They master compliance, standards, SLAs, and quality metrics. Your auditor will love us. Every file is consistent, complete, and compliant. We have real-time transparency. It means everyone knows the status at all times. There's no more chasing down agents, no more holding commission checks. Whether you're doing 2 deals a month or 20, we scale perfectly to your business. Busy season coming up, no problem. No hiring, no training, no HR headaches. Just the SkySlope started with transaction management and grew into a complete platform. SkyTC can grow with your business, adding services as you need them. So how do you get started? It's easier than you think. Here's the beautiful thing. You can literally start tomorrow. No drawn out setup, no complicated onboarding. We're plug and play, ready the moment you finish the preference call. And because you're here for the webinar, you've got something special. We're going to give you 50% off your first file with the code eXp-50. And that's what our way of saying try us risk-free after your initial setup. Now, I know you are thinking, okay, but what does this actually cost? Our pricing is state specific because every state has its own requirements and regulations. You'll see a QR code that connects you directly with SkyTC. Scan it and you'll get exact pricing plus answers to any specific questions. And here's the thing. Don't wait until you're drowning in paperwork to make this move. The best time to set up system is before you desperately need them. Scan that QR code today and get your state-specific pricing. And also, and it varies with if it's just a listing on pending, if you're double ending the transaction, if it's a vacant land. So all those prices vary. And those will be answered when you meet with our salesperson and get onboarded. And then, okay, let's open it up. You can ask us anything about the service, the product, the process, the onboarding, the partnership. And again, remember, for exact pricing for your state, the QR code is your best friend. So let's answer some questions. This webinar will be available for your viewing on YouTube. We do have Spanish speakers. We have a couple bilingual TCs. Oh, wait, just a few more minutes for any other. We are available in Ontario, Canada. We actually have a TC working in Ontario right now. And yes, Canada prices will be available when you scan that QR code as well. And there is a promo code. It's EXP50 that will give you 50% off your first file. And again, we don't, if a file cancels, we don't charge. So if you're not getting paid, we're not getting paid. The TCs work 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Holidays, it varies. But again, with the process that we have in place, we still don't miss a beat even when we're not working weekends. And if it doesn't close, we just cancel the file out for you and go through the cancellation process and you don't get charged anything. The QR code is right here, and then I will leave a link as well, so you can just use the link if you need to. Let me grab that for you guys. And if you can't scan that QR code, that link is right there in the chat for you as well. If it's a long weekend, we will have coverage if we're open. So say it's a holiday and we're closed Thursday, Friday, we won't have coverage then. We set our auto reminder on, and then we pick back up right thing first the next morning as soon as we're in. Scan the QR code, but didn't get pricing. So the QR code will give you a link to inquire with our sales department, and then he will go over our process, our onboarding, all the prices, everything you need for that. Great questions. And he'll also give like a whole breakdown of everything we do, our services, go even more in depth than I did today. And then how does communication work? Is there a different TC per file? No. Once you get assigned a TC, they're your TC for life if you want them. Even like say you close a deal and then you don't have another one for a month, 2 months, a year, that TC will still be your dedicated TC. So you have that relationship with them. Can scan the QR code, no quotes available. Yeah, so the QR code will have you input your info, and then our sales team will contact you and give you all the pricing. Do you do MLS listing inputs? So since we are not licensed TCs, we cannot do any MLS inputting. Will the TC help with getting new buyers and listing documents signed? Of course, yes. We'll send everything out for signature. Contracts, addendums, disclosures, anything that is needed for your file. And we scale with you guys. So our TC staff is large, and we continue to scale if, we need be. Is the TC for just files under contract? Nope, not at all. So if you have a listing and you want to get started with us, that we work on those as well. We start pre-listing, getting disclosures, talking to escrow, title. Can you share the link or QR code again? Yes, no problem. 1 second. Here's that link again for you guys. Do you have employment opportunities in your organization? I don't believe we are hiring at the moment, but you can always go on SkySlope and scroll to the bottom, and it'll let you know if there's any openings available. Another question is, do TCs talk on the phone if needed? Yes, they do. We have our phones that come straight to our computer, like a cell phone. You can text it, call it. If a agent or TC is busy or in a meeting, she'll let you know, like she can call you back or schedule a time for you guys to call. Do you draft contracts, listings? Yes, we do. For those, we do ask for complete verbiage and terms that you need for it, but we do draft them, send them to you for approval, and then send them out for signature once you have approved them. Another question is, do you have any past client follow-up? Not necessarily. We can send at the end of the year the closing statement sheet if needed. And really, like, we cater to how you guys run your business. So in the preference call, once you get assigned a TC, the TC will go over how you like communication, if you like to email more, if you like to text more. Do you like getting asking for approval before we send things out for signature, or is it okay to send out disclosures right away? Um, Another question is, do your TCs talk directly to our clients? We send out intros when you go into contract, introducing ourselves as your TC. But again, that's kind of the preference of the agent. So if you want, if it's a question about anything related to the contract, we kind of gear them towards you guys, but we can talk to your clients. Yes. I'll just wait a couple more minutes for some more questions. And if you don't have any questions, you're free to go. And thank you again, everyone, for joining. We'll talk soon. Do you use Dropbox too? We do not use Dropbox. We use SkySlope and all the programs with that. We use DigiSign, Forms, Breeze, Seller Shield. What time zones are the TCs in? So we have TCs in every time zone, so that's never a problem. And if you're working with the TC that's not in your time zone, we have never had any issues with that at all. I'm trying to get pricing. Do I need to connect with Jay? So when you click on that link, it'll take you to a form to fill out. And then once you fill that out, our sales team, his name is Avery, he will be in contact with you guys and schedule a call to go over all the pricing. And then my questions missed. Are you in other provinces besides Ontario? And if not, can it be set up? Yes, we are in other provinces, and it can also be set up if need be in other areas as well. Will the TC do the fin track? No, unfortunately, we don't do that. We do. So again, like we'll go into really depth with you when we get our preference calls. We set up the listings. We can write the listings for you guys, send them out for signature, upload everything into SkySlope for you. We introduce ourselves to all parties. We are in contact with the agent on the other side, escrow, title, attorney. We really make sure you guys are in compliance. There's no missing signatures, any disclosures missing, anything like that. What information should we have ready for the onboarding call? Really just yourselves and what you guys, how you guys like to do your deals, how you guys like to communicate. With the first preference call, it'll just be with our sales department, and he'll go over the pricing. And then once that's done and you want to opt in, then we'll get you situated with your TC. And then with your TC, you can have those conversations and get your file started. And is TC obligated, limited to only work with SkySlope system? No, we work in other systems as well for like sending things out for signature, or like Dotloop or DocuSign, those types of third-party ones we can work with. For the listing, what do you do for the listing? We can write it up for you guys. We can pre-open escrow if needed. We can send out disclosures if needed that you want ahead of time. And then let's see, what did you say about the weekend? Do the TCs work weekends? Unfortunately, we don't work weekends. We work Monday through Friday. Again, with the systems we have in place and the process we go through, it's never ever been an issue, and we pick right back up first thing Monday morning. So there's never really a lapse in things that are needed from us. Can you say if you spoke about fees and length of contracts and cancellation fees? There is the contract there's no length in it. Once you pay the onboarding fee, you are signed up, and then it's pay as you go. Basically pay as you close. So if you once you close, that's when we get paid. And there's no cancellation fee. And then can you go over the scope of the SkySlope TC tasks they handle again? Yes, so we send out things for signature, any disclosures, we can create addendums, contingency removals, extensions, we open escrow, we contact escrow, we get everything needed from them, we upload everything into SkySlope for you guys, make sure your checklist is complete before closing so you can get paid on time. We send audits throughout to you and to the other side of the contract if there's anything needed. Is the TC an unlicensed assistant to enter into Matrix? We can't enter anything into Matrix because we are unlicensed. And then the TCs, yes, they do work in all types of transaction, commercial, leases, vacant land, new construction. We work in everything. And then the next one is there a limited number of deals they can do for you over a year? Nope, no limit to anything. As many deals as you bring in, we're working for you. Wait a couple more minutes for any more questions. And again, this will be posted on YouTube, so you guys can listen to it when needed. There's a question, can you explain about fees and length of contracts and cancellation fees? There is no length in the contract. You work with your TC as long as you want, forever, if that's what you're, if that goes that way. There's no cancellation fee. If you decide, it's not for you, then you can just say, hey, I don't want to use your TC services anymore. And then fees, it varies again with state. So once you fill out that form, Avery, our sales department, will give you all the prices for your state. Does the TC prefer offers? We do. We just ask like that you give us all the terms for it, and then we'll send it to you to make sure it all looks good before we send it out for signature. Jeremy, already signed up this morning. Awesome. Can't wait to work with you. I hope you enjoy your new TC. Another question is, what is the cost? So the cost varies per state, per transaction, if it's a vacant land, commercial, what have you. So once you get in contact with our sales department with that link, they'll go over all the pricing. Another question is, do we need to upload offer documents, etc., or do you have all forms? We will upload everything for you. We can go into your forms, we can go into your SkySlope, and get everything needed. And then we upload it into your SkySlope, into your checklist to make sure you're compliant and get paid on time. Do we use car forms? We can, yes. Just going to wait another minute or so for any more questions. Is there an additional monthly fee to allow TC access to our SkySlope? No. Since we are a part of SkySlope, we have access already. We do not need any special access, there's no monthly fees for that. And then whatever forms that you guys are working with for your state, we have access to. We have access to all SkySlope forms that you guys have, so we can work within your SkySlope and your forms. And another one is, who do I call to get the info for fees and signing up? I'm going to share that link again, and you can fill that out, and someone will be in contact with you most likely today. Another one was, if our forms are not in SkySlope but a different platform, how would that work? We would just need your login credentials for that, and then we can access that platform and pull the docs from it. Like if you have car or dotloop or zip forms, we access there, grab it, and then we can upload it into SkySlope for you guys. And I will, can you show your QR code again? Yep, no problem. There it is for you guys. And then again, EX50, that will give you 50% off your first closed file. If there's any more questions. Are TCs familiar with dotloop, and does SkyTC have a process in place to get TC secure access? We do, yes. We are familiar with dotloop. We use it all the time with agents that are already signed up for us. Is there Canadian Privacy Act issues with sharing client information with you? No, I do not believe there is. Out of Canada, no, I have not heard that. And then web forms, yeah, as whatever third party uh, website you guys use for your forms and your contracts and whatnot, we just get your login information for that, and we can pull those for you, and then we upload them into SkySlope. Another question was, is this recorded? I logged in late. Yes, it will be available on YouTube. Just give it another minute for any more questions. Another question was, do we hire TCs as independent contractors, and are we required to provide 1099 at the end of the year for tax purposes? No. So we are a company within SkySlope, so we're not independent contractors, so you don't need to provide any 1099. Another question is, sometimes I have a quick question about something on the contract. Can TC provide advice if needed? We can't technically give advice because we're not licensed, but if you have anything on your contract that you need to help with, we can definitely assist with that. Okay, well, I think that one more question. Do you communicate with the broker on our behalf? Yes, we do. So within SkySlope, with the CDA and stuff, if we need to contact anybody to generate our CDA or compliance or the auditor, we do communicate with them as well, because we want to get you guys paid on time and make sure you're compliant within your checklist. And I think that will wrap it up for today. Again, if you guys, follow that link, fill out the form, our sales department will contact you. You can scan the QR code as well. I'll leave it up again. But thank you guys so much for joining, and I hope to talk to you guys again soon.